Kia ora fam, hope you're doing well. This reading is for everybody, so all signs. I just thought that I would do like a general collective reading at the moment, and we've just had a full moon, so I feel like it's a nice time to check in and see what is going on in the ether. Frequency, truth, justice, and peace. What guidance do you have for us, the collective? Oh, that was quick. We have the scarab, spiritual transformation. What guidance do you have for us? Knew it, stars and timing. Let's do one more. What guidance do you have for us, the whole collective at this time? We have two. We have number 17, Imhotep, temple healing. The other numbers were 33 and 26, if that's relevant for you, and number 30, Ra, creative power. I'm just going to pull some tarot as well on top of that. Okay. Please clarify the scarab for us collective. Please clarify. Just take these two. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Oh, maybe I'll take all of these actually. Knight of Wands and 2 of Cups. With 4 of Cups at the base of the deck. Hope you can hear me well. So for some, we might be experiencing conflict when it comes to timing. Like things might not be happening in our timing. With the scarab and spiritual transformation in 33, I'm seeing like our ancestors reminding us that we don't control the timing. So there's a bit of like humbling, or yeah, just a reminder, like as much as we are working with our ancestors and we are divine in ourselves, it's not as if the ancestors are above us, but they are divinities that can see things beyond what we can see with our human eye. So when we are constantly, I'm feeling someone's getting told off a little bit, or maybe this is a bunch of us. When we are constantly I'm hearing a few things. When we are constantly complaining about the timing of things, we don't know best. And so we're also just putting up a fight in the spiritual realm, even if in the physical realm there's nothing going on. We could potentially be causing more grief, so to speak, or like friction than is needed. What we need to be pouring our action into is to continue to nurture our spiritual transformation. What do we envision ourselves? Who do we envision ourselves to be creatively? What are we fully wanting to embody and activate within our lives as the ancestor that we are? Not trying to use that time to rush our ancestors. So yeah. For some, it's causing conflict in your mind and your spirit a little bit. And we also are being told we cannot go against, I know some people don't believe in astrology, but at least like all indigenous cultures had some sort of map or navigation system, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, that was connected to the stars, the moon, the sun. So like, even if you don't believe in certain signs, like whatever, Cancer, Leo, blah, 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 you don't have to, but if you are following indigenous law, that is, you are inherently connected to nature and the cosmos, and that's it. And you can't actually debate that, because that's what we've been doing for a long time. So that's also for someone. Yeah, so there is divine timing for things, and some things are beyond us and not just about our, like, not minuscule experiences, but smaller scale experiences. There are wider things happening, and that is what is actually affecting our smaller scale experiences, not that our smaller scale experiences are the only thing. Like, I'm seeing some of us with our head in our stuff just like this, forgetting that there's so much more around us. Like, some of you have your head maybe in the sand, so to speak, or like your focus is so focused on your experience or what you're going through that you're forgetting that there's so much more outside of it. Okay. My ancestors told me to channel this morning, and I'm understanding why, because they have some stuff to say, I think. Yeah, so some of you will have to wait for certain dates and shifts in time and space. And yes, I do believe personally that it's can be connected to astrology, because, and even if you don't believe in like the signs, so to speak, you can still look at like a full moon, a new moon, um, because that's real. Um, yeah. And what else did I hear? Oh, the other words that I was hearing have gone. But yeah, there is a little bit of conflict. I also am seeing like labor as well, giving birth. Some of you could be giving birth very soon or going into labor, and I just heard contractions. Yeah, I'm like, I was gonna say it's gonna, for Five of Wands, Five of Swords. Not the physical labor, but the spiritual, emotional, mental, and the physical. Obviously, I'm saying not the physical because I think that that's obvious that that's a painful thing. But in other sides of our lives, the shifts, there can be conflict because of our growth, and I'm seeing like us taking up more space because we're spreading our wings, and that could irritate some people. That could be causing conflict. As well. So just be mindful of that in terms of like maybe just protecting yourself, protecting your energy, and knowing that if you cannot spread your wings and be authentic in a space, that means that it's not for you. I also heard for people that are space holders, we need to make sure that we create enough room for people to spread their wings and open, and not to like restrict people that come to us for whatever our services, our time, our offerings. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of conflict in, probably more than a little, but in the stars as well. So I feel like Source is reminding us that, yeah, as above, so below kind of vibes. Like what happens in the spiritual happens in the physical too. It's not just all like la-di-da in the spiritual realm, and in the physical it's like people are fucking dying, and there's warfare and shit. Like there's a reflection and a mirroring. So some of you all need to grow your perspective on the spiritual and the physical realm in general, and how you perceive things. Like this isn't a fairy tale. And I like to remind people that the spiritual aspect of life does come with a fight and a warfare. That's why it can feel uncomfortable in our bodies, because sometimes there are different ancestors saying different things to us that we have to have boundaries with, or we have to align with and move through our own resistance. And it's not easy, and this can be amplified by the times, so to speak, amplified by the planets, amplified by what's happening with the moon, because we are nature. Like, I don't even like saying we are a part of nature. We are nature, fam. Like, we're literally, like, we're not like machines. Yeah, I'm seeing moving forward as well, peace is activated through music and frequency. So Source says like to ease any tension and conflict, growing pains, contractions, frequency might be helpful. You know, when you're going into birth and there's that expansion, and it's contracting and then and expanding. It's sore, it's painful, and it's burning, and there's friction, and there's tearing with the Five of Swords. So this isn't an easy birth. If this is someone that is having an actual baby, you might find it quite difficult. And I feel like them saying this, but Five of Wands, Five of Swords can be quite quick. But I feel like them saying that not to fear that as well. And if you can play frequency or music during this process, if it's a physical process, do so. Just for everyone in general that's going through shifts and changes, frequency music will really help. Yeah, seeking peace. It says temple healing, and I heard seeking peace in the temple. So making that time for yourself to tap in, to meditate. You could be reading and writing as well. I feel like some of you'll have some strong friends in the spiritual realm. Spirit guides, I heard, ancestors that really love to talk to you. So go and want to give you healing, but nothing's by force. So maybe some of you'll need to go to your ancestors and say, I just would like some healing for this. Some of them are waiting for you to do that. Moving forward is a really beautiful time for exploration and creativity within this peace. I think that people can perceive peace, having a peaceful life, to be boring, but I'm seeing that source is saying no, having peace is not boring. There's so much to explore with Knight of Wands. It's an adventure. There's realms and dimensions within peace to which we are giving birth in, and things that we can give birth to within this energy. And then some of us will be going back to the places, spaces, the conflict that we've had. And I don't know if we're like actually, it might just be visiting it within our mind space or helping others that have gone through similar things. And it's like, I think I was talking to a friend and I was saying how some of us, being an immigrant or children of immigrants or child of immigrants, and being in Aotearoa and being Ghanaian, so far away, literally the other side of the world. And I feel like my ancestors, or when back in the day our ancestors left our homelands to explore and gain information and knowledge about what they had discovered, and some people were meant to come back and share that, right? And I'm kind of seeing that reiterated here. Some of us are meant to explore different realms, dimensions, ways of being, different parts of nature and peace, and how to cultivate that in order to bring that knowledge back to our community, our family, whatever. Yeah, I also hear sparking creative power with Ra, Eye of Ra. Some of us are going to experience some really beautiful intimacy when it comes to our creativity. I see a lot of us, like, our intimacy with self and the divine is protected. Our intimacy with our loved ones is protected. Especially intimate connections with Two of Cups. Some of I'm seeing babies again. For some of your child is either going to be a fire sign or going to have like really strong fire placements. But I feel, or like be very strongly connected to the sun. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, because Ra is coming through strong here. The sun is coming through strong. Literally. Okay. Some of you will be really exploring your intimate relationships. Some of you all are going to be defending your love life. I don't know why. From gossip, from conflict. So some people, I don't know, like in a fairy tale land, we want everyone to be pleased with everything and whatever we do, you know, but that sometimes isn't always the case, especially being queer, especially, yeah, just being different. There's two magpies outside. Some of you might resonate with magpies. They like shiny things, eh? And I think they're eating watermelon. And there's two of them. So there's the Two of Cups. Black and white. There's like that integration of the shadow and the light, eh, as well. Anyway. Yeah, so like I was saying, like some of us are in queer relationships, and maybe like our families or others judge our intimacy or the way in which we express our creativity as well. But I'm seeing regardless of that, we are protected. Oh, I also wanted to highlight there's like a green stone on this lion. And so greenstone, pounamu might be significant for peace for some of you. If you'll have, whoever it is that's giving birth, like if you have pounamu, that might be helpful for you. But any green stones that whatever some of you already have, or if the color green might be something to. Knight of Wands, I'm pretty sure that's Leo, so that's the heart as well. What collective guidance do you have for us? Now go on to my full numbers and formation. The Empress. Seven of Swords fell out on the floor. So yeah, a lot of us are, I was going to say receiving. So some of us are going through a difficult time when it comes to like conflict externally, but I'm seeing that any deceit or any hurt or any betrayal, backstabbing, whatever it might be, that we have gone through a lack of clarity is being released, and we're actually really being called to focus and being drawn in to focus on our self-worth. Some, again, like I said, it's motherhood or parenting. Knowing our value and worth is what's going to help us release any past pain, I just saw 5 of Cups at the base of the deck. So 555, 5 is number of change for me. And change can either come chaotically or I guess as peacefully as we can nurture it to be. But yeah, knowing our value and our worth and our creativity is really important, regardless of any conflict that we might be experiencing. Some of this conflict might just be from the collective shifts as well, like making us feel a bit down or down and out. We have the Strength card, so Leo. I think the Empress is like Taurus, Venus, and then the Magician. Page of Cups at the base. Yeah, a lot of us are going to be required to be strong in this next season and really hone in on intimacy and knowing ourselves, who we are, and our creative power. Yeah, look at the Magician like holding that green ball or light. So that value, our creative power is coming from our heart space, and then it's coming into our hands, and it's also at the base of our feet. So we are taking our passions, even for some of us, what we were passionate about when we were younger, we're taking and we're standing firm and strong in that, and harnessing it and doing what we want with it and shaping it and focusing and meditating on it. And also standing on this stability within the earth, because we have this intimacy with ourselves, and because we've gone through conflict in the past and acknowledged certain things that we have needed to acknowledge. I hope that makes sense, fam. So we can have this refreshed this perspective and intimacy with our inner child, and in our heart-based exchanges. I really feel like that's something that this moon, this last full moon activated, was healing in our exchanges. Yeah, what's some exploration to guidance and information to have the collective. Three of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. Any hurt is replaced with opportunity. Any hurt that we have gone through is replaced with stability, as long as we work to transmute it. So it's like these like white muted tones, purpley tones into green again. So yeah, I'm seeing like any opportunity to have that we heal is going, any opportunity that we have to heal is going to bring us something tangible, something that we can feel and see in our lives. We also are definitely called to be adaptable. I think there's like an iguana on here, but I was also seeing like a dragonfly. There's lizards and stuff. For me, lizards are like the openers to like stargates. So like new territory in our ancestral journey, new experiences, also really divine communication with source. Yeah, and this 10 of Wands looks like a challenge and death. Scorpio, so though there is this challenge, it's just leading us to it. It's just transformative. And yeah, it is by fire, so it is a bit like intense, but there's so much to learn. Yeah, King of Swords. There's so much to learn. There's so much growth and mastery within our thoughts that is being offered to us, because through these experiences we are learning wisdom, with a little owl on top here. And again, if we ever feel like alone in our thoughts, there's reminders that we are not separated from wisdom. I'm thinking of an Adinkra symbol called Nyan Sapol, which means you're always tied to wisdom. So even when we feel like we don't have access to it, we do. So I'm going to leave that there, fam. I'm sending you all heaps of love. If you want a personal reading, you know where to go. Our site will be on the screen. If you want to gift us a tip for our time and our energy, we would really appreciate that, and really appreciate you. That info will be on the screen or in the description as well. Yeah.